Welcome to the audiobook summary of The 48 Laws of Power. Get ready to discover the secrets of power and influence with Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. This summary breaks down Greene's key ideas into easy-to-understand insights, perfect for anyone looking to get ahead in life or work. You'll learn practical tips and strategies used by some of history's most successful leaders. Whether you want to build better relationships, advance your career, or just understand the dynamics of power, this summary will give you the tools you need. Tune in and start mastering the art of power today. 1. Never outshine the master. The first law in Greene's book emphasizes the significance of ensuring that those above you in the hierarchy, whether in a business, work, or organizational setting, always feel superior. Maintaining a mindset that acknowledges your lower position and consistently reminds them of their higher status is essential. While showcasing your abilities and skills may be tempting, it's essential not to overdo it and create feelings of insecurity or inadequacy in your superior. Greene suggests that you can pave the way to power by making your superior feel even better and more superior than you. However, if you cause them to doubt their role and influence, it will only lead to discrediting them and setting them back. 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. In his book, Greene cautions against putting too much trust in your friends, particularly those closest to you. He explains that friends are susceptible to envy and are likelier to betray you when presented with an opportunity. Surprisingly, Greene suggests that your former enemies may be more beneficial to you than your friends. According to Greene, former enemies have a greater incentive to prove themselves and earn your trust and respect, making them better colleagues and employees. Therefore, he suggests you should fear your friends more than your enemies. If you think you don't have any enemies, Greene recommends that you actively seek them out. 3. Conceal your intentions. Greene's third law emphasizes never revealing your intentions to others. While your preferences may guide your actions, keeping them hidden from others is crucial. Doing so prevents them from preparing themselves and catching them off guard when it's time to respond or react. Greene goes as far as to recommend giving people wrong information, showing that you are going in some wrong direction so that they get stuck in it. And by the time your intentions are revealed, it will be too late for them to do anything about it. 4. Always say less than necessary. The fourth law of Greene's book complements the previous law. It advises you never to say more than necessary and to keep your words to a minimum. According to Greene, speaking too much can make you vulnerable to criticism, interrogation, and the risk of saying something regretful. Instead, influential people say less, keeping their statements vague and open-ended. This tactic can be both intimidating and impressive. 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. In his book, Greene highlights the critical role of reputation in a person's success or downfall. He emphasizes that a strong reputation is fundamental to your power, as it can be intimidating and influential. Conversely, a compromised reputation can make you vulnerable and open to attack. To maintain a resilient and untouchable reputation, Greene advises proactively addressing potential issues before they can harm you. Additionally, he suggests learning your enemy's weaknesses and leveraging them to damage their reputation while bolstering your own. By doing so, you can ensure that your reputation remains strong and unchallenged. 6. Court attention at all cost. In addition to reputation, Greene stresses the significance of appearance and how others perceive you. He believes blending in or getting lost in the crowd is not beneficial. Instead, standing out, being known, and attracting as much attention as possible are crucial. If this requires acting big and colorful or adding an element of mystery to create more intrigue, Greene encourages it. The goal is to make a lasting impression and be remembered. 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. The seventh law emphasizes the importance of delegation. According to Greene, people around us have unique knowledge, skills, and abilities that we can benefit from. He advises that we should delegate tasks to others whenever possible, instead of trying to do everything ourselves. By doing so, we can save time and increase efficiency. However, taking credit for the work accomplished through delegation is essential. This way, you can assert your influence and showcase your leadership skills. 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. According to Greene's 8th law, you must take charge and manipulate others into action. You need to be the one pulling the strings instead of waiting for others to take action. You can use enticing incentives to lure people into cooperating with you to achieve this. Once they have taken the bait, you can leverage your power and influence to control the situation. However, Greene stresses that you must always maintain the upper hand and be the one in control. 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. According to Greene, using words to persuade others is a quick win that comes at a high cost. The resentment and negative feelings you stir up can last longer than any brief change of opinion you achieve. Instead of engaging in arguments, Greene suggests using your actions to persuade. Demonstrating your power and influence through your behavior can convince others to join your side without creating unnecessary conflict. 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. According to Greene, being selective about the company you keep is crucial. Surrounding yourself with happy and successful people can contribute to your happiness and success. Conversely, if you associate with those who are constantly miserable or prone to emotional turmoil, you may be dragged down by their problems. Greene advises avoiding such people altogether, as becoming entangled in their issues can be easy. 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. The 11th law emphasizes the importance of establishing relationships with individuals who depend on you. According to Greene, always being needed and wanted is crucial for maintaining power and independence. If others are too independent and don't require your input, they will gain too much power. To avoid this, it's essential to ensure that colleagues and employees never learn everything or have complete authority. They should always need you for something which helps maintain your position of power. 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. I'm sorry, but that interpretation is not entirely accurate. The quote suggests that a single act of honesty and generosity can outweigh and nullify past dishonest actions, allowing you to regain trust and credibility. This is not about manipulating people, but rather about recognizing the power of honesty and the potential to use it to your advantage. It's essential to note that Greene also emphasizes the importance of strategic honesty and generosity and warns against being too predictable or transparent with your actions. 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. According to Greene, when asking for help, avoid using past assistance or good deeds as leverage. Instead, present a situation that offers a mutual benefit. By highlighting what the other person stands to gain, they are more likely to agree to help. Even if the benefit is not immediately apparent, try to frame your request in a way that shows the potential upside for them. 14. Pose as a friend and work as a spy. Greene stresses the significance of comprehending your competitors. Knowing their strengths, weaknesses, and motivations is essential. To achieve this, Greene suggests adopting a spy-like approach. As you interact with them, learn to gather information, ask probing questions, and discover suitable topics to discuss. However, your approach must be subtle and indirect to avoid raising any suspicion. Greene advises that any social situation should be utilized to gather intel. 15. Crush your enemy. To summarize, the 13th law in the 48 Laws of Power is to destroy your enemy to prevent any possibility of retaliation completely. Greene suggests that once you have started the process, you should not stop until your enemy is crushed, or they will return stronger and seek revenge. Therefore, it is crucial to eliminate any chance of rebuttal and leave no room for them to recover. 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Making yourself scarce creates a sense of intrigue and mystique that makes people want to know more about you. This curiosity can be a powerful tool to use to your advantage. Additionally, when you limit your presence, people are more likely to pay attention to you when you do show up. By strategically appearing at the right moments and making a strong impression, you can establish yourself as a person of significance and power. Greene advises that you don't overdo it. You want to maintain a balance between being present enough to be remembered, but not so present that you become mundane. 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Greene suggests that being predictable makes others feel like they control you. They can anticipate your actions and thus are better prepared to counter them. By being unpredictable, you keep others off guard and give yourself an advantage. This way, you can keep people guessing and leave them uncertain, increasing your power and influence. So, instead of following patterns, surprise others with unexpected moves and decisions to keep them on their toes. 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Greene suggests that instead of isolating yourself, it's better to form alliances and surround yourself with people who can support and protect you. By having a network of allies, you can gather more information, have more resources, and be better prepared for potential threats. Moreover, having allies can make you appear more robust and influential, deterring potential enemies from attacking you. It also allows you to delegate tasks and responsibilities to others, freeing up more time and energy for yourself to focus on higher-level tasks. According to Greene, forming alliances and building a network of supporters is more effective than isolating oneself in a fortress. 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Additionally, Greene advises being aware of the different types of personalities and temperaments. Some people are more emotional and prone to anger, while others are more logical and analytical. Understanding these traits will allow you to tailor your approach to different people and situations, giving you an edge in any interaction. The key is to be observant, flexible, and adaptable in your dealings with others. 20. Do not commit to anyone. Additionally, Greene warns against becoming too attached to a person or a group, as this can make you vulnerable to their power over you. Being independent means being able to make your own decisions and not being swayed by the opinions or actions of others. This independence can also allow you to negotiate from a position of strength, since you are not reliant on one person or group. 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Treating everyone with respect and fairness is essential, regardless of whether they are our enemies or victims. Instead of making them feel less intelligent or innovative, we should strive to learn from them and collaborate to achieve mutual goals. Honesty and transparency are crucial in building trust and maintaining healthy relationships. Furthermore, intelligence and innovation are not finite resources that we need to compete for. We can all learn and grow together, and it is not productive to approach interactions with the mindset of one-upping or belittling others. In summary, while striving for personal growth and development is essential, it should never come at the expense of others' well-being or dignity. 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. It can be tempting to keep fighting when you are in a weaker position, even to save face. However, according to Greene's teachings, surrendering can be a better option. By submitting, you allow yourself to recover and regroup. During this time, your opponent's power may wane, and they may become frustrated with your lack of action. Instead of letting them defeat you, stepping aside first and being the bigger person can catch them off guard and work in your favor. It is a strategic move that can help you regain control of the situation. 23. Concentrate your forces. As the mining metaphor illustrates, Greene advises concentrating your forces and energies at the most critical point. Imagine you found a mine full of riches. If you continue to mine deeper and invest your efforts into it, you'll discover even more wealth. But if you decide to explore several different mines, each with less wealth, your overall success will be limited. This concept applies to various aspects of life, not just mining. Focusing your efforts on one critical area can lead to tremendous success and productivity than spreading yourself thin and attempting to tackle multiple tasks simultaneously. By concentrating your resources, you can accomplish more in less time and achieve more significant results. 24. Play the perfect courtier. The perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around power and political skill. He has mastered the art of indirection. He flatters, yields to superiors, and asserts power over others most obliquely and gracefully. Learn and apply the laws of courtiers, and there will be no limit to how far you can rise in the court. 25. Recreate yourself. Society will try to enforce certain expectations on you. But Greene emphasizes that you do not need to adhere to these. You can recreate yourself. You can be whoever you want to be and are in control. Don't let anyone tell you who you should be or how you should act. Instead, Greene encourages you to be someone who demands attention, is dramatic, and has a strong character. 26. Keep your hands clean. It would help if you kept the appearance of a well-respected and well-behaved citizen. Never let it be realized that you have dirtied your hands with corruption or manipulation. Your appearance is critical to your power, and you must withhold your reputation. Greene recommends letting other people take the blame for any actions that will not be well received. Never get your hands dirty publicly. 27. Play on people's need to believe in creating a cult-like following. According to Greene, in the 48 Laws of Power, people naturally desire to belong to something greater than themselves. And as a result, they are always searching for something or someone to follow. You can use this need to your advantage by offering hope, enthusiasm, and new ideas to attract a following. To become a successful leader, you must convince your followers to make sacrifices for you, build a belief system, and increase your power. 28. Enter action with boldness. According to Greene, it is crucial to act with intention and confidence, and only initiate actions when you are sure about them. Hesitation and doubt can be detrimental to your success. Instead, boldness is the key to gaining power and respect. Greene suggests that even if you make mistakes due to your audacity, you can quickly rectify them with more audacity. 29. Plan to the end. Greene always advises planning your actions thoroughly, considering the end goal, and anticipating potential obstacles. Proper planning allows you to avoid surprises and be better equipped to handle the task. Always be prepared and think ahead to ensure success in the 48 Laws of Power. 30. Take your accomplishments to seem effortless. Greene advises that even if you have invested significant time, energy, and effort into something, making your results appear effortless and natural is crucial. This can increase your power and influence. When others inquire about your accomplishments, avoid explaining your methods and instead remain vague, allowing others to marvel at your achievements without revealing your secrets. Keeping your methods and strategies confidential can also help you maintain a competitive advantage. 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal with. In the context of deception, Greene suggests giving the impression of choice to the target, making them believe that they have some control over the situation, even though they are the ones calling the shots. If you can present two options that ultimately benefit you, the target will feel like they made a choice, even though you manipulated the options. This technique can be particularly effective if both options are unsavory, as the target will feel like they chose the lesser of two evils. 32. Play to people's fantasies. According to Greene, the truth can be unpleasant and unattractive. Sometimes, it is better to avoid it. However, telling people the truth can also cause them to become angry or upset, so it is often better to present a false reality that is more appealing. Greene advises playing into people's fantasies by considering what they want to hear and presenting it. In other words, tell people what they want to hear rather than the truth, if it serves your purposes. 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. According to Greene, it is essential to recognize that everyone has a weakness and perfection is unattainable. To defeat an enemy, you must identify their vulnerability, often rooted in insecurities and emotional instability. Once you have identified their weaknesses, you can use them. 34. Be royal in your fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Greene goes beyond the familiar adage of treat others as you want to be treated by emphasizing that you must behave in a manner that commands the desired treatment. If you carry yourself with regal confidence and exhibit power, others will naturally respect and admire you as if you were a member of royalty. Conversely, if you act meek and unassertive, you will not earn much respect from others. To command respect, you must demand it through your actions and demeanor. 35. Master the art of timing. Greene advises that you pay attention to the right timing when moving. You should be observant of the prevailing trends and spirit of the times, which can help you anticipate and prepare for opportunities that propel you to power. It's important to know when to hold back and wait patiently until the right moment arrives, and when to take bold and swift action to seize the moment and achieve your goals. 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. To be more powerful, Greene advises that it is essential to know what to ignore. If you give attention to a problem, it can gain credibility and escalate, while ignoring it can make it disappear. The same is true when dealing with enemies or things you desire but cannot have. Ignoring them will deprive them of attention and weaken their power. To seem more powerful, show no interest in what you do not have and focus on what you can control. 37. Create compelling spectacles. Greene advises using captivating visuals, formal language, and grand gestures to enhance your power and authority. This creates an impressive image of yourself and captivates people's attention. However, Greene warns that focusing too much on these superficial aspects of power can distract from your real goals and intentions. It's essential to balance creating a powerful image and achieving your objectives. 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. To avoid drawing negative attention and being seen as attention-seeking or arrogant, Greene advises conforming to social norms and blending in with others. Expressing unconventional ideas or behaviors can be seen as a threat to the established order and may cause others to look down on you. Instead, save your true self for those you trust, who are open to your unique perspectives. 39. Stir up water to catch fish. Greene emphasizes the importance of always remaining calm. He explains that expressing anger and emotion will never get the desired result. Even if your opponent or enemy is expressing anger, staying calm and level-headed will give you all the power and overall advantage. Put your enemies off balance. Find the chink in their vanity through which you can rattle them, and you hold the strings. 40. Despise the free lunch. According to Greene's perspective in The 48 Laws of Power, valuable things are worth paying for, and anything free typically comes with consequences, such as hidden obligations or misleading tactics. To avoid deceit, Greene recommends always paying for things and not accepting freebies. Additionally, he suggests paying the total price and avoiding bargaining, as being generous and confident with your money can be a display of power. However, it's essential to consider the context and make informed decisions based on your values and priorities. 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. In The 48 Laws of Power, Greene recognizes that living up to the standards of an accomplished and highly successful parent or individual can be challenging. However, he advises against being overwhelmed by their accomplishments and remaining in their shadow. Instead, you should strive to establish your identity and achievements and not feel pressured to become like them. Greene suggests that to surpass their success, you must accomplish more than they did, but uniquely. By doing so, your power will increase significantly. 42. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will scatter. In The 48 Laws of Power, Greene suggests that individuals who possess power and strength are often arrogant and disruptive. They tend to create chaos and distress, and it's not wise to let them influence you or others. Negotiating with them is not an option. Isolating them altogether is the only practical approach. It's essential to prevent others from gathering around them and enabling their behavior. You must neutralize their influence by banishing or isolating them to combat the problem. Doing so can strike at the root of the problem and prevent others from being affected by their disruptive behavior. 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. In The 48 Laws of Power, Greene distinguishes between coercion and greed, emphasizing that coercion often backfires, while greed can deceive people unintentionally. Therefore, seduction is the most effective way to gain someone's loyalty. To seduce others successfully, you must understand their weaknesses and motives. It's crucial to recognize that each person is unique, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach to seduction. Instead, you must understand what matters to them and their fears to appeal to them genuinely. Coercion, on the other hand, is a risky strategy that often leads to making enemies. 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. In The 48 Laws of Power, Greene advocates using the mirror effect as a deceptive tool. He suggests that mirroring your enemy's behavior can confuse them and leave them uncertain about your intentions. Moreover, the mirror effect can mock your adversaries and bring them humiliation. People often fail to examine themselves and their actions, so forcing them to do so can be unsettling. Additionally, the mirror effect can be a seduction tactic. If you can convince your enemies that you share their values, your power over them will increase effortlessly. 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Greene acknowledges that change is crucial for progress and growth, but cautions against too much change too quickly. Humans tend to thrive on habit and routine. Significant changes can be unsettling and cause confusion. If you find yourself in a new leadership position, you must respect the established practices and avoid implementing radical changes immediately. Instead, introduce changes gradually, and people will respond to you better and appreciate your leadership more. 46. Never appear too perfect. In The 48 Laws of Power, Greene emphasizes that striving for perfection is a common desire, but avoiding appearing too perfect is essential. If you project an image of flawlessness, you may become a target of envy and face dangerous consequences. On the other hand, if you acknowledge your weaknesses and faults, people will find you more approachable and relatable. According to Greene, perfection is only attainable by gods or the dead, and it's essential to maintain a human image to gain the trust and respect of others. 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. According to Greene, the 47th law can be challenging to navigate because achieving success often brings a feeling of accomplishment and victory. However, it is crucial to maintain a clear head and avoid overextending oneself. As Greene emphasized earlier, it is essential to have a comprehensive plan with a clear end point, and once that goal is achieved, one must stop. Overdoing it can make more enemies and ultimately hinder one's success. In other words, as Greene puts it, strategy and careful planning are irreplaceable. Once you set a goal, you should stop when you reach it. 48. Assume formlessness. According to Greene, it is crucial to understand that change is inevitable and nothing remains constant forever. This is precisely why one should never reveal their plans, since doing so can make one vulnerable to attacks. Instead, one must remain flexible, adaptable, and prepared to respond to any situation. Stability is an illusion. Getting too comfortable can only weaken an individual. Greene suggests relying on something other than stability to navigate through life's uncertainties. So we hope that you have learned a lot from this excellent book and will use this lesson to move forward in your life.